Hey everyone, good morning. Got me a cup of coffee. Just made my breakfast here. It's just some toast with some cheese, Polish style. Very delish. I slept in a little bit. I'm normally someone that gets up really early. Like, usually by 7 I'm up. So maybe that's not really early, but my husband had to work today. Hopefully he doesn't have to work tomorrow. And he was up at like 4 a.m. So when he left, I, kind of laid around a little bit. I was trying to decide if I wanted to go back to sleep or not. And I laid there, watched a few videos on YouTube, kind of surfed around. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to go back to bed because it is such a horribly gloomy day. It started raining in the middle of the night and it has been raining ever since. It's still raining. It's just so gloomy outside. And it was like this the other day as well, which is just really wreaking havoc on my mood. And I am so glad that I went to the store yesterday and decided to do everything I needed to do yesterday out. So today I can literally just stay inside, do what I need to do. I do possibly need to go to the hardware store today, but I don't need to go till like later. I'm trying to find a stopper for our sink. We have a stopper here that the apartments give you, but the garbage disposal side is a different size stopper. And so we don't have one for that side. And I really don't like to wash the dishes in the non-garbage disposal side of the sink because then all these big chunks of food, they all come down the drain. So I may go to the grocery, or not the grocery, the hardware store later on today, and I'll try to find that. I've got a lot of organizing I need to do. I actually went and bought some shoe racks. I did my husband's yesterday, and I still have to put mine together and my bookcase. I need to organize my crafts on this cube organizer bookcase kind of looking thing. I also have laundry I gotta do. So I got so much stuff to do around the house today, and y'all are gonna join me for some fun doing stuff around the house. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. I'm gonna enjoy having you with me because it is a gloomy day. So right now I'm just eating my breakfast, and then after that I'll probably go ahead and get that laundry started. All right, so I finished my breakfast. I was gonna start the slow cooker with the ribs and everything, but it's still a little bit early. They don't usually take a whole 6 hours or anything. So I'm probably gonna wait and put them in maybe about 10 o'clock. And then they should be done in time when my husband gets home, because he won't be home till about 5 from work. So I am just going in to our closet. So keep in mind, we did just move in this apartment 2 weeks ago now, I think. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And so we're still very much so organizing. This is our bedroom. This bedroom is smaller than our old bedroom. It is actually the smallest, I think, bedroom we've had. And it's a really awkward shape because you can see there's like kind of an indent in that area, and it kind of ends up making this weird little corner nook thing, which might be really nice if like you have a desk or something. You can put a desk over there, but yeah. And so my dresser is still full of stuff, but yeah, just a weirdly shaped room. And this closet is actually pretty tiny for the two of us. This is my husband's side of the closet. It is really small, I will give him that. My side is over on this side, and I'm actually in the closet, and it is on this other side, and I cannot back up anymore to show you guys the full closet because it is that small in here. There's a little tiny side over there as well. And so this is my shoes down here. The way they organize these closets, I have to step out because I can't even move, is just really dumb. They put this like shelving area, but if you want to hang anything here, it is like on your shoes. And I don't have a shoe rack, so all my shoes are just kind of thrown about. They're at the bottom. They're just all over the place. So the other day, I went to Target, picked up these shoe racks. I got one for my husband, which extends out. And so now he's got all his shoes on, just really nice, organized. It looks great. And then there's my side. So I picked one up for myself as well. And I got this one from Target. It's from Bright Room, and it's a bamboo 4-tier shoe rack. And so that's what it looks like. I think it's going to be good because I like that there's kind of a tray on this top area. And I'm hoping that maybe I can put like some of my purses or like other things like jewelry or something like up on that little shelf, and then use the 3 shelves for my shoes. So I did go ahead and go to Target yesterday, and I got all these different things. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think I'm going to start this morning by working on that, just because I can't even see what shoes I even have anymore. They are all jumbled up over here, and I'm going to go ahead and work on that. So I think first thing I need to do is move all these hangers out of the way, because you can't even really see the area. All right, so I'm done with the shoe rack, and this is how it's looking. It looks pretty darn good. It didn't take long to assemble. I would say it's decent quality. This shoe rack was about $50 at Target, and I think that's a little bit overpriced. I think this is like a $35 item. You know, I get it's bamboo, and it's a little bit like better quality of material than some of the other shoe racks that they sell. Like my husband's is made out of like a metal. It's like a cheap metal, but it does the job, you know, and it extends, and it's pretty long. I mean, you can fit quite a bit of shoes on here. If you have like taller shoes, like I had to put these boots up on top because they wouldn't fit down in these spaces. These heels just barely fit over here. So the spaces aren't huge. If you have really tall heels, they're not going to fit. And then my boots, of course, they didn't really fit in there, so I had to kind of put them over to the sides. But overall, it looks a lot better. The only problem is now that I have all that was here, and it's not going to work right there anymore. And I really don't want to hang them over here because then I can't see the shoes, and then it's same problem again. So I'm going to have to try to maybe somehow use this top area and then this area over here, and, you know, try to see if I can organize somehow. Whew. Your girl is tired. These are some of our things. I might need a second cup of coffee. It is still raining. Haven't been able to unpack. Still looking gloomy outside. They're in this second bedroom. I am now going to try to tap computer. I've got my vanity in here, and we have all this stuff. Some of it is stuff that could go to the storage unit, which I might take it by the storage unit later today. And some of this is stuff that is like my crafts, random like throw pillows, lamps, just a bunch of random stuff that doesn't have a home. And it just, you know, it would do. Like, I don't have to really do much with this if I didn't want to, but I did go to Target when I bought the shoe organizer, and I did buy one of these. This is a cube organizer, so it's a 6 cube organizer, and it's not very big. You know, it's not huge or nothing. And you can either put it up or like to the side as shown down below. And I've also bought the little baskets that go in there, of course. And I'm hoping that what I can do with those is at least organize my crafts, because I think at least 2 boxes of this is my crafts, and I want them to be like easy to find because I like doing my crafts, and I can't even get to them because I don't even know where they are in all this. So I did buy one of these. It was $35, and then the little baskets were $5 each, which isn't bad. And I'm hoping, really hoping, that this will help me get this little area at least a tiny bit organized. All right, so I just put the ribs on in the slow cooker. This is a super simple recipe if you guys want to do it. I mean, it's so easy. It could not get any easier, and it is so good. So you just cut up your ribs. So I cut them up about like 2 ribs at a time. And then you just arrange them in your slow cooker. Pour in, I do 1 bottle of Dr. Pepper, and that's it. Like no other things, just the 1 bottle, like a small, you know, like the kind that you would buy at the gas station or something to drink. A bottle of Dr. Pepper, and that's it. And then you turn it on, and you can do like 4 hours on high, or I'm doing like 6 to 7 hours on low, just because it's only 10 and my husband's not even gonna be home till 5. So they'll be done when he gets home. They'll be actually just getting done. So once they are cooked and like, you know, cooked enough to where they're almost fully done and falling totally off the bone, and then you actually just drain out the liquid, put the ribs on a baking sheet, put on your barbecue sauce, and put it in the oven. I just do for like, I don't know, like maybe 30 minutes or less, just to kind of get that barbecue sauce kind of hot and, you know, just nice and melty and all on top of the ribs and nice and gooey, and just to basically heat the barbecue sauce through and just brown the ribs just a tiny bit, you know, with the barbecue sauce kind of on top, and then they're ready. That is it. So simple. I saw this on Pinterest and I was like, no way. And I thought I'd try it, and guys, I have loved it ever since. That's how I do my ribs. So
I feel like
I
it's
just
like
got
2
mine on
hours
low,
later,
and I just covered it
I'm
up
finally done with
just
this
to
shelf.
like keep some more of that
And
heat
so
in
here's
there.
my opinion
and
of
I'm
it.
just gonna let that sit. The instructions are okay. They're good, but the parts don't really match what they're telling you in the instruction manual. So sometimes it tells you to use one item, and then when you look on another page, it says it's a different item. So the instructions are very contradictory and they don't really make sense. But this is what it looks like. So it looks pretty good. I think this is where I want to put it. I think I want it tall ways, and I'm going to be able to now organize my little cube organizer. Man, that was just like, I feel like I went through a lot building this. Right, so I've been in here, it is now noon, so yeah, I've been going since 8:30. But this is what I've got going so far. So I'm not done yet. I still have these 2 TVs that we have. There are old TVs. They still work good, but we have a new TV now. So we really don't
really need these TVs anymore. And I'm trying to decide if I want to put one in our bedroom or not, and use it in there. I'm really not sure, but just kind of trying to decide what I want to do with the TVs at the moment. And I do have this box of winter coats that I want to somehow reorganize this closet and maybe get my winter coats hung up in there. So that's something I still have to do. I don't know what to do with this little fridge. I don't really have anywhere to put it. So I may end up just putting it in the storage unit till we move, and then I can maybe use it again. I don't have the room for it in here, unfortunately. But I did get that little thing kind of temporarily situated. That's just stuff I don't want to put in the storage unit because it has holes and bugs and other things can get in there in that storage unit. It's not a climate controlled storage unit, so I don't want to put anything I'm worried about it getting messed up. So I don't want to put that in there, but I do have my little paint easel. I've got all my craft stuff kind of organized here in these little bins and different things. So this is like my stationery kind of stuff. I have some of my stress relief coloring books, my crochet hooks, my knitting needles, my sewing things. This is all just yarn, a whole thing full of yarn. I got my painting supplies down there, and then that is just kind of pencils, different things for drawing and stuff like that. My sewing machine is still packed up because I haven't needed to use it, but it's in there. And then on the bottom, I have puzzles, my gel nail stuff, shipping type supplies. And these are 2 empty bins that I can put some more stuff in when I figure out what I need to put in there. And then our quilts and different things that don't fit in anywhere else. They're just in this little bin. And then these are just some random things that really need to go in a garage, but we don't have a garage, and I don't want to put in the storage unit because it's not climate controlled. So yeah, and then my paper pads up on top, and I put my record player up there. This is another hanging organizer for the closet I might be able to use. And this lamp, pineapple lamp, which I got. So I feel like I did a lot. I mean, I honestly feel like it looks a lot better than it did. It's not perfect, but again, this is our spare bedroom. The only people that come in here is us. And in the meantime, I've been
ribs
doing
are coming
laundry,
along.
checking on the
There
ribs,
they are.
which are
They're
cooking away.
cooker.
So,
But
we're just
I
cooking
honestly
in
think I'm
there.
probably just
in the
gonna do
Dr.
some
Pepper.
closet
I might need to
organizing
move
now.
one of them. All right. Move this one down because it looks like it's kind of drying out. There we go. But there we go. So they're just cooking along, they're just cooking in the Dr. Pepper. They got some of their own juices in there now too. And you just want to kind of make sure that you're keeping them submerged as good as you can. Obviously if you have a bigger crock pot, that probably work out even better, but this is about as good as it's going to get in my crock pot. So I'm just keeping them, submerged. And they've got at least another 2 to 3 hours. So I'm going to just put that back on and let those go. And I cannot even believe that it is already 1 o'clock. And I'm going to have to eat some lunch here soon because I'm really starving. I have worked up a sweat. And then, of course, I'm going to take a shower. All right, so I am just getting ready now for the day. Really don't have much of anything to really do today, but it did stop raining, I believe, so that's always nice. It's a bit cold outside, but it feels pretty good inside anyways, so
just getting ready. I took a nice shower. It was really nice to shower, especially because I feel like I was sweating doing all this organizing over here, and it just felt really good to take a nice hot shower and just get all that off. But anyways, so I'm not really gonna do much as far as my makeup today, because I think the only place I'm gonna be going is taking some trash to the dumpster and possibly going to Home Depot with my husband. I told him I was gonna go on my own because I was gonna go try to look for a sink stopper, but he says he has something he wants to get in Home Depot. So I'm just gonna wait for him to get home, and then we'll just go together. And yeah, we'll go and get the sink stopper. I'm kind of glad I actually got almost pretty much everything around the house done. So now I'm really just kind of waiting for those ribs to get done, and then I mean, laundry's done, so I might actually have some time to like sit down and read, relax, you know, just do some crafting maybe. I haven't gotten to do that at all because I've just literally been unpacking all the time. So it will be nice to actually have some time to do something. And I'm trying out my new kombucha. This is the Tribucha Chill Berry with blueberries, raspberries, and chamomile. And that one is pretty good. If you don't like kombucha because of the kind of very pungent kind of sour taste that kombucha has, this one does not have that. It's a little bit more herbal and kind of fruity. So if you don't like that, you may really enjoy.
So they're basically just cooked
this one, because
ribs.
it is pretty
They don't
good,
have any sauce on them yet.
it
Now, if you
doesn't
don't
have that
like
kind of
barbecue
flavor.
sauce, you want to leave the
And
sauce
it also
off,
has
you can eat them
chamomile
like
in it,
this.
which is
They're going to be
very
just fine.
nice and relaxing.
But
And
I personally like the barbecue sauce. So I am going to kind of let them hang out, and then before I, go to eat them, I'm going to put the barbecue sauce on them while it's on a baking sheet and just throw them in the oven for like maybe 20 minutes, just to like let them heat up with barbecue sauce. It's really, really good. And then all this liquid, I mean, you can keep this if you want, but I don't know what you'd really want to use it for. It's like Dr. Pepper and meat juice. So nothing that I would want to reuse. So I'll probably just need to dump that here in a bit. But I'm going to just put a little bit of foil on these ribs and let them just hang out.
okay, I went out to the dumpster to take out some of the boxes I had emptied and whatnot, and moved my car because it was standing in a puddle from all the rain. And it's pretty cool out. I mean, I'm wearing a t-shirt. At first you're like, oh, it doesn't feel too bad, but then it really is a little bit cool out. But luckily I got all the boxes out, so I can go back inside. Whew. All right, so I'm probably going to be cutting this vlog off here because my husband's going to be home soon and he's going to be hungry and want dinner, so I'm going to be finishing dinner up. So with the ribs, I am making this private selection Wisconsin 5-cheese blend macaroni and cheese for him. This is with Monterey Jack, Munster cheese, Gouda, cheddar, and Swiss. And then I'm also going to heat up some of these baked beans, home style baked beans. And I think that'll be really good with the ribs. But yeah, so that's basically, I'm just gonna be working on that. I did just like call and talk to my mom for a little while. That's really about it. Rest of the night, we're probably just gonna be kind of hanging out, maybe go to Home Depot to look for that stopper, and then we're just gonna be hanging out. So not really gonna